Yo, what's good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned with yet another Kaiju number 8 video, and he has returned with an extra 2 hours of sleep than the last video, so he is raring to go. But guys, we usually don't do videos or streams or any content really on Sunday. Sunday is my super chill day. Like, I'm probably about to like go out to eat, have me a nice little steak dinner, you know, have a few beers or something, I don't know, come back home, vibe, you know, lock back in tomorrow, right? But like Sunday is the chill day for the dead man. But we have a very, very pressing matter at hand. The game is going to have a Steam version release and its new, I guess, its monthly reset as well on October 1st JST, which means September 30th in America. If you're playing this game in America, and this is all region based, but if you're playing this game anywhere near where I'm playing this game, or you're in the same time zone, that means that you only have like 2 days. I won't even say 3 days. You have like 2 days, because then it's going to get to the 30th, and then more than likely it's going to be at like 12 JST, so like 11 p.m. EST, right, for me. So it's probably going to be in 2 days and then at night. So you maybe have like 2.5 days at most. But I just wanted to come to the game today and show you guys everything that you need to absolutely make sure you have completed before October 1st to make sure you are maximizing your account and you are ready for the next stretch of the game. Because the game, I truly can feel it in my spirit, the game is definitely going to improve after the October 1st update, because they're going to start putting in a lot more content, and the entire player base that the game was intended for, the entire player base is going to have access to it. So they're going to have a lot more reason to go harder, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody they expected to play is playing now. So it's like, all right, let's no more breaks, no holds barred, let's start going absolutely crazy, right? But if you guys do enjoy videos like this, then you can go down below, you can leave a like on the video, you can hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you can get notified every single time the dead man hits the sharp mind Kaiju glide, and you can also comment down below and let me know what you want to know. But remember, Hoshina's the GOAT. Now we're gonna get into the video. By the way, I did not say Hoshina is the GOAT because he's like the new character and I want you to summon for him. I still think that he's probably not the character worth summoning for, especially because we have a new character coming out on October 1st or September 30th, whichever one it is, right? But the first thing that you need to make sure you absolutely do is the Fierce Battle area. I have already done videos showing these stages without you using the special limited characters, but basically the regular limited battle area, you are allowed to do any characters in this. And honestly, if this doesn't reset on October 1st, I certainly need to do a video like going over this in its entirety and showing like all the harder stage and everything, and maybe giving like premium or free-to-play options, right? But yeah, that could be a cool little video series. Premium versus this stage, or free to play, or premium versus this stage, or casual versus this stage. I gotta figure out a name, or figure out the kind of like dichotomy of the video, and that way I can do like a video where I have a premium team and a more standard banner type of team side by side and show like the results and how much faster, how much more time it takes. I don't know, something cool like that. I think that'd be pretty chill. But yes, if this does not reset next month, and hopefully they add on to it, but if this doesn't reset next month, then I definitely need to take the next month to like go through this and show some like free to play teams for this as well, because this one is a little bit harder than the limited one. The limited one is easy. It's more so for you to like get your feet wet with the new characters and see how they play and see how their mechanics are really effective in battle. But these right here, newer players, and this goes for this doesn't go for Steam players because you can't do the limited one. If the permanent one stays, then yes, those videos that I make for teams with free-to-play characters, that'll work for Steam players, yes. But this right here, this one resets in 2 days, as you can see. So guys, definitely make sure you do this, because what is in the mix here is a bunch of currency for the defense emblem shop. You also have a bunch of currency for the proof of valor shop, which are very important shops for your gameplay experience. Then you also have just diamonds built in. It's not the 1500 diamonds, or what, 200 times 15 stages on this one. Yes, it's not gonna be 3,000 cubes, but it is still enough cubes to get you like a good ways to the, like, if I didn't have any rewards from the Fierce limited battle area right now, and I went and did it, and then I finished it out completely and got all the rewards, all the 3 stars, I would definitely have more than enough to do a summon right now, and I maybe would be close to 2 summons. I just don't feel like doing that math right now because it still is pretty early, and though I have 2 extra hours of sleep, math is not something you should mess around with until 10 a.m. I learned that in high school. Now, let's go on to the next thing. If you guys have not defeated the raid battle versus Kaiju number 2, then you definitely want to make sure that you go in and participate in that. There are a lot of missions that you can do for this, and there are a lot of very good rewards for this. I have plenty of different teams that I have used for this. I have the new character on a team. I have Narumi team. I have Yes, I have a new character on the team, Hoshina. I have a Nadami team, or the same team I use with Hoshina with Nadami instead. Then I also have a team that's like only standard banner units. So I've made a lot of different options for you guys to like take a look at and see if you can beat this right here. But definitely make sure that you are taking the attempts to beat this. Also, one thing that I will say is the extra HP is nice. It's all fine and dandy, but the extra HP is actually too high for us to beat this in the next 2 days, I'm pretty sure, because we've been at this released on the 25th. We've been at this for 3 days. We're only at 56% HP, so they probably should have made the HP about 15 times higher instead of 25 times higher, because if we can't finish this right here, that means that we aren't going to get the bulk of the points from the raid battle missions, because we're missing out on defeating the raid boss right here, and also 2,000 points, which, if you don't know, the bulk of the points come from this section right here. Oh, it says we have 8 days left. So I guess they've extended this past October 1st, because initially the reward claim period was like October 1st. When does this disappear? When does this leave? I guess it's just staying a little bit longer, but even still, guys, make sure that you do this and just get the benefits from it now, because you want to make sure you've done as much content as you can possible and have as much summon currency as much as possible before this new Chester Lockburn comes out, because you just want to make sure you're able to get him frame 1, right? Especially if he's going to be a meta breaking, new bringing a new thing to the game. I couldn't find the singular word for it, but he's probably going to be water. I'm assuming he's going to be the first 5-star support. I assume he's just going to be really good in a lot of different areas. So I just feel like he's going to be one of those characters that you're going to want to pick up like very, very quickly. So just farm up whatever you can beforehand. But still, I would say farm this just because go ahead and get your runs in before it is gone, because even though the main missions are the ones where you get that bosses to lower HP thresholds, there's also missions that are like, okay, your daily missions are obviously daily missions. Do this shit every day. But then also you see here, take part in raid battle 6 times, 9 times, 12 times. Do this much damage, right? So while the buff is absolutely completely buffed out, maybe even if you aren't the best account in the world, you can still hit these metrics and hit these missions just because of all the buffing that's going on. But definitely make sure that you get in and do these missions and get some form of reward from this before October 1st pulls up. I don't know. Even if this isn't going to be going on October 1st, now that I'm seeing it and seeing that the missions are going to last for 8 days, even though this isn't going to be going October 1st, right? Because they're not going to add a new raid battle on October 1st, so there's no reason to get rid of the old one just yet. But even though this is going to be here beyond October 1st, I believe, from what I just read, then I just think that you should be using this as something else to pick up as much extra currency as you can before this new character comes out, before the next stretch of the game comes out. Because like I said, I think they're going to really go full force into the game now that the Steam version is going to release. So the game is going to get harder, because they're going to be putting more thought into the things and thinking about how they can make the game harder without it just being bullshit. But also the characters are going to get better too, and the characters are just going to be more impactful maybe. But as more characters come out, characters actually become less impactful because you have so many options, right? Like, that's why attackers don't really feel that crazy to me. That's why I'm never like, summon for this new attacker, because there are over half the game's roster is attackers, guys. Come on. And like, over half the game's rosters are attackers, and then over half of the attackers are actually pretty damn decent. So it's just kind of like, do you really have to worry about attackers? But then you look at supporters, and that's a very slim pickings category. You look at defenders, and there's only fucking 4 of them, right? And honestly, one of the defenders I consider more of a support, because she has mechanics that makes her not get aimed at by Kaiju when she hits a certain HP threshold, and she also just heals and doesn't really tank. I mean, she has a lot of HP, but like, I would call her more of a support than a defender at that point. Now chat, this next one is huge, gargantuan even, probably the most important. But before we go and show you what that is, I just want to give you a little bit of information. When you are leveling up a character's skills, this skill right here that is level 7, what does it require? This is easy to farm. This is easy to farm. This is easy to farm, but time gated. Since it is Sunday specifically, this game mode is going to reset because the week reset. Cool. But basically, this game mode can only be farmed 3 times a week. 3 times a week is absolute batshit ridiculous. What? The thing I need to improve my skills and make my character stronger and rip through this content, I can only farm 3 times a week? And it's not even like a I can do it 3 times a week and reclaim the rewards, and then I can just do it extra runs, kind of like how raid battle is and this game mode should be, right? Raid battle is I get 3 charges a day for free, and then afterwards I can expend extra stamina if I would like to. This game mode is, I need these essential materials to work on my characters, but I can only claim rewards 3 times a week and can't even run extra teams and test them if I want to. You see how ridiculous that is? You see how Raid Battle is just an extra game mode that does give extra rewards, yes, but you can just do it as freely as you want to. But then you look at a game mode where you need to improve your characters, that is essential for improving your characters, and you can't even do it but 3 times a week. Ridiculous. I'm going to continually be ranting on this game mode until they fix that shit. But yes, you need skill materials to a very great extent. Then also, this material right here is also extremely rare. This is the material that you saw was the highest reward for completely defeating the Kaiju in the raid, right? So you can tell that they weigh this reward much higher than a lot of other rewards, and it's for good reason. These are the rewards you need. These are the materials you need to get your skills to like level 8 or level 9 and level 10. So these are like that ultimate skill upgrade material right here. And this, you can't even go into a stage and farm that shit directly. So here's why the next point that I'm about to say you need to clear it out on the shop is very important. Now guys, if you come to the shop and you look down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots, this is called the Encounter Stone shop. The reason why this Encounter Stone shop is why, chat. As we can see, the dead man has 6,328 Encounter Stones. Yes, the dead man does spend money in the game. Yes, the dead man is sweaty. But let's take a look at some of the things in the shop here. And I want to let you know, in my first 11 days, when I was free to play for 11 days, nearly 2 weeks, I promise you, I guarantee you, on my life, I cleared out this shop while I was free to play from the amount of summons I did. So this shop is very free, very easy to clean out. Oh, what's in here, dead man? 10 pickup gacha tickets, 10 standard gacha tickets. Oh, I don't remember how many of these there are, but you can literally pick up the rarest material for upgrading your skills in the game. Oh, look, that game mode where I have to wait 3 times a week just to get 3 runs in, I can just buy the medals all before the monthly reset and just have a bunch of them loaded up in the background. And I don't remember exactly how many of these you get from beating it, chat, but let me just tell you, let me show you actually. If we look at my training, if we look at my identified Kaiju neutralization, that's not gonna work because Kaiju number 2, I actually did beat all the stages all the way through. So I don't know how many I got. I think you get like 3 per stage. When you get to like level 4, 5, and 6, they drop like 3 medals per stage or something like that. So I don't think I've used any Kaiju number. I have 11 Kaiju number 2 medals right now, and I think that's enough to fully max out Sagan's skills, all maxed out, minus the orange Kaiju core material you need, right? But never done. Okay, cool. I can look at Kaiju number 10. I've never done Kaiju number 10, or actually, I can't give you a direct number of like, oh, this is how many you get from the shop. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to that the next time that I do it. And the reason I can't give you the direct number is because I've worked on so many different Hoshinas, right, that I've used Kaiju number 10 medals. I've used Kaiju number 10 giant form medals. So I don't know how many I've gotten just from the shop alone, and was just sitting on, right? Because I've already used some of them. So I'm gonna pay attention to how many I get from the shop next time. But like, guys, those materials alone are highly important. More summons and more things to work on your character skills. What else is in here? Literally every single red or every single 3-star and 4-star capsule, so the red, green, blue, every single attribute material is in here as well, and all the attribute materials and all that extra shit are very cheap. So guys, maybe not all this stuff down here because you can farm this stuff directly. I'd say all this stuff down here, all these attribute materials and the capsules and all that are more for sweaty players who already can farm it, yes, but just have such an extra abundance of essence crystals or encounter stones sitting around that they can just buy this extra stuff just to load up their inventory a little bit more, because that's still helpful for the purple ones too, because you can convert all these up to the purple ones as well, so it does not hurt. Then also, yes, make sure you're picking up all this stuff up here before the game resets in 2 days, because if you miss out on all this shit, man, you're gonna be upset. And I can't front of you, if you've been summoning in the first month of this game and you have not been getting characters and you've been getting shafted, whatever, blah, 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 that means you definitely have encounter stones. And if you have 600 encounter stones, you can buy two multi summons right now with these tickets right here. But even beyond that, you can buy really crucial materials for working on your characters, and also a 5-star defense force manual and 5-star Kaiju Might 3 and defense force manual 3 both only cost 5 essence stones. I don't remember how many you can buy, and honestly, we're gonna go over, whenever reset happens, we're going to go over the shop again. But yes, all very good materials. Anything in this shop that is purple or orange, right? Buy that shit. Buy that shit up. And honestly, they probably realized how easy it was to clear this shop out, considering that I was free to play for 11 days and the amount of summons I did in just that period, I was able to clear this shop out. They probably know how easy this shop is to clear out, and they need to update this shop. One, they need to add AP packs into the shop. Even if they want to limit them to a certain number of AP packs. Oh, okay, you can only buy 20 AP packs a week. Yo, 20 AP packs is 1,000 stamina. An extra 1,000 stamina for free in the week that I can just have, that is a gigantic change, a huge change. I can farm so much more stuff with that. Oh my gosh, bro. I am like over here salivating at the mouth thinking about extra stamina right now, bro. I am so, like, chat, I woke up and I was like really awake today. After that second time I woke up, of course, really awake today. And I'm like, damn, man, let's get some Kaiju goodness in, man. And I really just want them to improve the game so I can play more. That's all. Like, I like, my rates in Kaiju are ridiculous. I be figuring out these stages easily. Like, bro, I just feel like I'm destined to be the #1 king of Kaiju. I don't know. King of Curses turns to King of Kaiju, confirmed. But yes, I hope they add the purple capsules in here, bro, and the purple attribute materials, and maybe even the maybe, honestly, I want to see Unipart canisters in here. But that's kind of hard to like keep an eye on because there are other parts of the shop where the Unipart canisters are as well. But this is the main shop that I was talking about clearing out. Let's look at the other shops real quick to see if there's anything else you want to get. If you've gotten an excessive amount of dupes for any weapons that you already had, and you scrapped them or anything, you have these purple weapon exchange crystals right here. What are they called? Refinement crystals. If you have any of these refinement crystals, you can only buy one individual weapon out of this shop a month, which really sucks. But hey, makes you save these resources, and I guess it influences you not to just go scrapping 5-star weapons just to get 5 stars here. But let's see. The gauntlets are maxed for me. These swords are maxed for me. This cannon is maxed for me. The gun sword is maxed for me. The Gatling gun might not be maxed for me, but like I don't use Rin seriously enough. And the axe is whatever. I can't front of you, chat. If you do have a weapon exchange stone, I'm gonna just tell you right now, bro. SW2033 is the most goated weapon for 4-star Hoshino because it makes him the fastest character in the game and makes his support so much better. That's all I'm gonna say. No, that's where I'm gonna leave it. But you can pick up whatever weapon you want in this. I'm just saying, if you have more than one of these, just go ahead and pick up a weapon, because it's gonna feel really bad when you need a weapon next month and you buy that one weapon and then you maybe needed another different weapon. You have to wait till the next month after, right? Instead, just go ahead and pick up a weapon now. Or if you want to sit on and you don't have a weapon that you need and you've been the luckiest free-to-play player ever and you already have the weapons you need, then yes, save these. But if you are pinched for weapons, then probably go ahead and take a look at this shop real quick before the month resets. The credit shop resets every month too, and the credit shop has attribute materials as well, has training manuals, but it has a lower level training manuals and more capsules. But I'll be honest with you, money is pinched so tight in this game as you're working on all of your characters, I can't really recommend. This shop isn't monthly, doesn't matter. This shop right here does reset monthly. If you are sitting on if you're sitting on some Proof of Valor coins, this is what we were talking about from Fierce Battle Area earlier. Yes, sir, the Dead Man has a world builder like Oda. We are piecing this shit together from the video, right? If you guys have extra Proof of Valor points, don't waste them, because if you want one of these weapons and then a dupe of the weapon, you would have to wait 2 months to do that, right? You can't buy the same weapon twice. You can see here, so far I've bought SW Takamina Kata and X Var, right? I bought those 2 weapons, and you can see that they say 0 times left within the month. But if I did get more Proof of Valor medals, which I don't know how I would have done it, if I would get more Proof of Valor medals, that means that I would be able to buy another weapon in the month, but not the same weapons. So if you guys do not have a weapon in here that you really want, and you were waiting to stack up your coins to buy all the copies of it in one sitting, does not work that way. Go ahead and make a purchase of one of these weapons now. Like, seriously, I wish I picked up, honestly, AR Hyperion. I think next month my weapons are going to be AR Hyperion and AR Cryus, so I can give AR Cryus to Minase. I always want to say Mina, but her name is Minase. Akari Minase, the only healer in the game. I'm gonna give her this because it makes the healing way better. I almost tried to hold that with my, or I did hold it with my mouse and try to click it to get the info. Then I want the AR Hyperion as well because the AR Hyperion is goated for supports in general. So I'm trying to get an AR Hyperion for Mina and also for Rio. But for now, one of them is going to be using AR Panther 33 and the other one is going to be using the AR Hyperion. AR Panther 33 is not the best for support characters, but it is solid, right? But definitely check out the Proof of Valor shop. Let's see. Emblem of Defense shop also resets every month. And oh, look at that. Another one of those really rare skill upgrade materials, Kaiju Core. So definitely, guys, you need to be checking these shops and making sure that you are cleaning these shops out before they are gone. And these are 4-star attribute materials. One thing that sucks about the game is they do not show you the contents of a box before you open it. You have to literally, like, to see the contents of this box, I have to purchase the box, literally go to my inventory and then go to open the box to see what's inside of it. They need to make it so you can just tap the box and look at what's inside of it. Look at the rates inside of it. But this I have not purchased. I don't think that's worth purchasing because you can farm that, and Emblem of Defense medals are not as abundant as the Proof of Valor medals, or it's because the Emblem of Defense just drops at such a lower rate. And it's like the shop has different things that you can buy at different quantities, whereas the Proof of Valor shop is just kind of like obvious. It's just like buy a weapon at a time, right? So then we have the Expedition shop, which, oh, I didn't even know that. The amount of uni parts that you can buy in the Expedition shop actually resets monthly. I just haven't bothered to buy them in here because you only get a 1,000 Expedition medals a week, and them shits don't go nowhere. Or honestly, where have my Expedition medals been going? I've been buying Uniparts. Yeah, I've still been buying Uniparts. I've just been buying the really expensive ones. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let my Expedition just start stacking up every week and just not even come. I'm not even gonna come to this shop because you see the gacha game tickets or the game gacha tickets, and you see stamina jelly, but those do not have a time limit over them. So as far as we know, those are not resetting. So that does not matter right now. The only thing that's going to reset here is the Uniparts. But I mean, I can't front. You can farm Uniparts forever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to stack my Expedition medals and just ignore this shop in general and just try to stack my Expedition medals until either anniversary or until they do an update for Expedition. But guys, that is it for my yap on the shops. Now we can go and talk about something else finally. This one might be a small one, but guys, make sure that we are doing our trial battles because our trial battles are providing credits, diamonds, and training materials. And even though it is a very small amount, you guys can hate on that. But if you're hating on the small amount that you get, bro, 1,000,000 pennies is $10,000, I think. Somebody, I'm not gonna lie, a customer said that to me at work the other day, but the customer likes to fuck around. He likes to troll and joke around. So I don't know if that math is correct, but either way, 1,000,000 pennies adds up to like some thousands of dollars, right? So it's just like every little bit counts. So don't sit here and say it's only 50 cubes, right? Do all the trial battles. It's extra cubes, it's extra currency, and it's extra training materials. And it also gives you an opportunity to test out a character without having them to understand how the character works and see if that's a character that you want to be trying to get towards in the future. Because one thing about gacha games that people forget is it is definitely a patience collecting game, right? You got to know when to save your cubes and you got to know when to line up that next summon session to get that character. You got to see when the character's on another banner. You got to look at the most prime opportunity when the character is going to return. Just a lot of different things you have to look at. But gacha games are the long game. It just never makes sense to me that people cry about not being able to get characters right now, even though the content, people can go onto YouTube and prove you don't need the new premium characters, and people will still cry about that shit. I'm just like, dude, who gives a fuck that characters are dropping? You understand that this is a gacha game and we need to have a diverse cast of characters to play with in different game modes, so they just need to add characters in general. They can't add characters without letting you know, because then people will complain about that shit. And the theme of a gacha game is adding characters constantly, blah, 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 right? But it's just like, the real problem is people lack self-control. People see a new character, people see a new banner, like, I need that character. And it's just like, no, you fucking don't. I literally do missions without the new characters after I spend money to summon for the new characters to prove you don't need the new fucking characters, right? So the fact that people are like, dead game because you release character and don't give me content to get character, bro, they gotta diversify the cast of characters and they also have to diversify the content. Yes, they could do it at the same time, but the game just started. Let them find the perfect rhythm for doing that, right? But either way, this is an excellent way for you to test these characters that you may not have and get an idea of how they work so you can know. Because as soon as you hop into it, it literally breaks down the entire fucking kit for you. And it literally gives you an idea of their playstyle, right? Then, you know, from that point on, you can literally go and look at the character right now if you want to. Look at her character details. Look at her ascension and everything. Learn these characters. When you start to really learn these characters, man, the game just feels so good because you're just like, oh, boom, bam, bop. I'm in there, right? It's not like JJK Phantom Parade, and this is not a shot, but it's real. This is not like JJK Phantom Parade where you have the right characters. You go into a stage for 5 fucking hours in RNG. You are at the mercy of RNG. RNG is gripping you by the nuts and hanging you upside down over a vat of acid. No, this is not that shit. You understand these characters and you put the right characters in the right fucking place, they fucking work, right? Okay. Trial battles are important. Not only do you have Sagan's trial battle, you also have Mina's trial battle, which Mina is not a character that's really like highly, right? But again, more currency, more cubes, more training materials, and learning another character. It just always pays to understand these characters. And honestly, guys, my memory is excellent. So I can understand if me remembering how all of these character works is like really crazy and not something that a normal person could do. But I can't front of you. In terms of gacha games, a lot of different gacha games I've played have started with a lot of characters. Bro, we've gotten 3 new characters added. Sagan, Hoshina, Reno. There we go. We've gotten 3 characters added in the course of the game being out, and maybe are getting another one into our first month. To give you perspective, Black Clover Mobile started with 37 characters and ended up at 41 characters by the end of the first month. Do those trial battles, learn the characters. Hoshina's trial battle, obviously do that too, but this one you have 10 days because his banner is still going to be out on the October 1st update, but nonetheless, still work on all of that stuff. And since we're talking about Hoshina, another thing I want to say, if you have Hoshina, start working on him. And that may sound like obvious, but I have been in a state sometimes where I summon the brand new characters and I don't necessarily, as a content creator, this is gonna sound crazy. As a content creator, I have been in a state before where I've summoned brand new characters. And by the way, chat, if you're wondering what I'm closing up, I'm wearing a Haori. It's like the Haori that Draken wears from Tokyo Revengers. But anyway, guys, work on Hoshina. Sometimes I summon characters and I get them and I already have like a line of characters I'm working on. So I'm like, okay, you will come in next in line, but I got to get these characters right now, right? Sometimes I'm like that. And I know that other people are like that sometimes because I know I'm not the only person whose brain just can methodically break down gacha games and break them shits down to a science, right? I'm not the only person. So work on your Hoshina now if you have been holding off, because the new Fierce Battle area is going to be limited. And honestly, with the Fierce Battle area, with the new story chapter, with the new raid battle we're going to get next month, like whatever, all those things are probably going to be centered around Chester and Hoshina because those are the 2 new characters. If you look at the original Fierce Battle area, or not the original, if you look at the original limited Fierce Battle area, the Signal Disruption, you're going to see right here that Reno and Sagan were both buffed. So what is the similarities between Hoshina and what are the similarities between Hoshina and Reno? And then what are the similarities between Sagan and Chester probably? Sagan and Chester will probably both be limited game original characters that are going to be absolutely game shattering, right? Reno and Hoshina are both very good characters who do shatter the game, but are not necessary, right? I think Sagan is kind of necessary, I feel like. But look at these buffs here. After dealing additional damage, applies damage dealt plus 50% for 1 turn to this unit, and then after performing a single target attack, applies defense plus 2% to this unit. Max 15 stacks. Crit damage plus 20%. So you can see the crit damage plus 20% is just a general buff that everybody's getting. Whenever Reno does additional damage, that's set up for Reno, obviously. Whenever Reno does additional damage, he gets an extra 50% damage dealt. But any other character who can do additional damage can benefit from that. Then, after performing a single target attack, applies defense plus 2%. A lot of different characters benefited off of that as well because they were all, a lot of characters have single target attacks in the game. If you just look at Hoshina's kit, they're probably going to have like a lot of the content next month be based around slasher characters, based around characters who can do additional damage. With the new Chester coming out, who I'm assuming is going to be water characters, which at that point you're kind of fucked because Chester is the only water character that's going to be out, right? But or maybe just elemental characters in general, or maybe he's a support, maybe he has a certain effect, and that people who have that kind of effect just get an extra buff or something like that. But just because a limited stage is focused around specific limited characters does not mean other characters cannot get boosted off of that. So along with saying work on this Hoshina, also work on this Hoshina too, because this Hoshina is the best support in the game at the moment, and he makes everybody look like a Chad. He makes everybody look godly, bro. It's that Hoshi effect, bro. The Hoshi effect is real, bro. And that's why I was saying, like, maybe you want to pick up SW2033 because it boosts his speed by a great amount and makes him so much faster. Like, bro, give you perspective. Look at everybody else's speed. One of the newest characters in the game, 112. Not me. 119. Sagan's probably slow. 111, 118. Like, just looking around at all these characters that I have level 90. 119, 111, 196, 110, and then some of these guys down here are not fully worked on, so that's definitely on me. 103, 102. Okay, we see a few speed stats here. All right, let's take a look at Hoshina's speed stat. It's fucking 161. There's not a comparison. There's not a fucking comparison, bro. Then, even if I take his weapon off and put it on to the other Hoshina, okay? I just gave this Hoshina Susanoo instead. Bro's speed dropped to 122. Y'all realize that's still the highest speed that I just read out? That's still the highest speed, bro. Make bro as fast as humanly possible. Was it a flex? Was it a flex to switch off my A4 SW2033 into my A4 SW Susanoo? Let me know down below in the comments, chat. Was that a flex that I didn't mean to do? I'm sorry. But yeah, you can just see he's so much faster with this shit. So work on this Hoshina as well. And if you can get that SW2033 in a free-to-play sense without wasting too many good resources, right? I wouldn't hurt to pick it up. I'll be honest with you. I used my gacha points. I used my gacha points on the standard banner to pick up the last copy of SW2033 that I needed to give this man the 35% extra speed boost instead of the speed boost he was getting before. Because I just wanted him to be that grimy with that shit. And obviously I'm wearing a speed set on him. And I've done breakdown videos on all these individual characters and all that. You can find them scattered across my account and all that shit. But since Slash is definitely going to be, like, we don't know what Chester is going to be yet. I'm pretty sure I know. But as a community, everybody doesn't know because everybody does not accept the dead man's ideas. So, as of right now, as a whole consciousness, we do not know what Chester is going to be. But we know for certain that Slash is going to be looking good next month. So guys, even if you do not have these new premium characters, you definitely have this 4-star Hoshina at least because they gave you him for free at the start of the game. Then you can work on any other slasher character as well because they're probably going to work really well. So if you have a slasher character that's really good, like if you have Nanami, hey bro, go ahead and get that boy worked on. If you got, and I'm saying if you do not have the new Hoshina, because the new Hoshina is obviously going to be the best option. But if you do not have the new Hoshina, you can work on the old Hoshina. You can work on Nanami. I'd probably say Nanami is the next best choice to work on. But if not, you can work on, maybe, yes, this Hoshina will probably be the best after Nanami because he has AoE attacks. And then afterwards, I would say, oh, we just got a subscriber mid-video, yes sir. But I would say after that, probably Kikadu because she's mainly single target. She has that blast attack. But like, again, Hoshina has a straight up just AoE. That's going to hit more people, guaranteed. But yes, work on slasher characters, and if you have number 10 Hoshina, definitely get him built up because he's going to be a necessity next month. And work on 4-star Hoshina because he's going to be a necessity for a lifetime. The only way that they can replace 4-star Hoshina is if they literally make a character who's a supporter and that shit just says your battle buddy gets this like 2 more times, at least one more time than Hoshina's kit does. Right? That's all I need to see. That's why Hoshina is so fucking good as a support because he does have active effects that he's doing. But also, he just has so much stuff that says when your battle buddy does this or when you do this, your battle buddy gets this, right? And you just can't beat that shit, man. That shit is just insane. The extra crit rate, the extra crit damage, the extra speed, is just all ridiculous. Guys, those are I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know, those are the main, like, important, like, bulk points that I had for y'all. Now we're kind of, like, winding down to just, like, some extra stuff that still would be very important to do, but not as pressing of an issue. Okay, thing number 4, make sure you use somebody's friend code. This is not me plugging my friend code because you guys can already see I'm already completely done. I've got my 1,500 cubes from this. I'm just throwing this up to help y'all out. My code is FNGENLEWE3. I've had to give that code out so many damn times, bro. That shit became a rapper's name in my head. FNN Jin Lu type shit. You feel me? I can remember this shit just by saying that in my head and just type that shit up if I need to, right? And honestly, I cook this shit myself on my reroll accounts, right? But anyway, yes, just make sure you do this because this gives you 500 cubes. As soon as you add somebody's code, you get an instant 500 cubes. And in the place right here where it says says share on my screen. Share is actually right here on a newer player's account, and then right here it says put in a code, right? You can put in a code right there. So click right here. On your screen, it's not going to say share right here. Share is going to be moved over a little bit. Right here, enter a code and then input FNGENLEWE3 FNGenLu 3 for the win. Yes, sir. But I'm just trying to get y'all an extra 500 cubes. That's really it. Like 500 cubes to give y'all an idea. When I was re-rolling this secondary account right here, I'm playing a secondary account right now. When I was re-rolling it, I was continually putting in my friend code because it just gave me 500. It's not like I'm exploiting anything. It doesn't give me any extra shit right here. Like, it doesn't matter to me. But I was getting 500 cubes from this, and I can't front of you, that was the difference in between me doing 3 multi-summons on my reroll versus 2 multi-summons. So the 500 cubes is definitely going to make a difference. 500 cubes is 1/3 of a multi, man. I don't know. That shit sounds important to me. But yes, make sure you put in somebody's friend code anywhere. Like, literally, you can put in the friend code from this video. If you want to, hop on Twitter, go to the Kaiju number 8 Twitter page. Like, literally, people always post their friend codes under posts on the Twitter pages or anything like that. Look at any content creator for Kaiju number 8 on Twitter. Look under their posts. Maybe there are some friend codes under those. But yes, make sure you're putting in that friend code, because it's just free stuff on the table. And if you have any friends that are about to get into the game, make sure you go ahead and line that shit up. Oh, there's something on my computer screen. I thought there was something on in my beard. But literally, if you have any friends who are going to play that you know are going to play on the Steam version or anything, line that shit up and go ahead and let them know, like, yo, put in my friend code when you start the game so I can get these, and then you can get this too. Like, just pay it forward. Like, put in a friend code for yourself if you have not yet, but also go ahead and start loading up your friend code on other people who are not playing just yet, so that they can benefit and you can benefit too. But if you don't have any friends, sorry. Next thing I'm going to say is catch up in story. Why? Because if you catch up in the story, as soon as the new content comes out, you'll be able to interact with it immediately. Not really that important, but I mean, like, if you want to see Chester in the story and see him, I'm like, bro, yes, I want Chester to be a character in my account, but I am very excited just to see Chester as a character in general. Like, I can't front of you, Chester might be the reason why I hop into the story missions and don't skip cutscenes, just to see this man, how this man acts, just to confirm that this man was as cold as I had assumed he was, right? But I just think that you should finish the story up so you can interact with the new story as fast as possible. And also, if you need to beat all of the story chapters prior to interact with that new story mode shit, Hex Battle, then it would be best to go ahead and have Hex Battle beaten. I'm sorry, y'all. There's so many things like in the computer or in the game or on my computer screen that are just like bugging me out. I'm just like, what is that on right now? Is that a mess or is that just like a design choice, right? But literally, beating story also just gives you extra currency. Like, if you beat an entire chapter, I'm pretty sure they give you like gacha tickets and a pretty decent amount of like cubes. So like, you can get some pretty good currency out of the story mode right here. And the same thing goes for memories. Memories are more like just retelling the stuff from the Kaiju number 8 series. And then also make sure you do the character section too, because none of these are even fights. All of these, you just run through them and you do, look, 30, 30, 30, 90 cubes per character, 90 times 1, 2, 8, 10, 900 cubes right here, just for looking at slideshows, basically. Bro, make sure you finish the story mode up. Make sure you have it completely 100% done, because it's easy and because it's just more free materials for you to get some summons in. Like, really what I'm trying to convey to you guys is, please farm as many last minute crystals as you can for your play players so that you can summon as much as you want to your heart's content when this man Chester drops. Because I think Chester's breaking the game. I think Chester's breaking the damn game, and that is not a question, bro. And then I have one more thing for you guys to finish. All right, chat, had to switch over to the backup, extra gacha game iPhone, because I can't view this on my account anymore because I did finish it. But the last thing that I'm going to say, guys, that we need to be doing is that we need to finish up these beginner guide missions, because these missions are relatively simple, and it's not for the 5-star, it's not for the A6 Kafka that you get. I still do not use Kafka at all in this game whatsoever, and even though I'm on this free-to-play account grinding right now, like, I'm not really planning on grinding Kafka, really. I'm not, like, maybe, nah, I can't front you. If I grind Kafka, it's gonna be on my main account where I have the extra resources to waste, right? But it's after everybody else gets worked on, obviously. But the reason why I'm saying do this is because it just gives you some extra characters to fill out your roster. Like, in these missions, who do you get? You get a copy of, no, that's a gun right there. You get a copy of, well, damn, it took me completely out. That's Aoi. Aoi's useless. No more characters past that point. It's Kafka. I think get another copy of Mina in here. I think that's what it is. That's a gun. Damn it. Damn it. There's another character in here, damn it. That's a gun right there, I can tell. No, that's the gun. You know what? We're not, wait, is that the? Nope, another damn gun. Okay, anyway, this gives you characters, and it gives you tickets. It gives you standard gacha tickets. And I'm not gonna lie, standard gacha tickets are really good, because you can continually summon on the standard banner and try to fill out your account with because like the general stuff they gave us at the start of the game is still pretty solid. Like you can still use it for majority of the game, if not all of the game, right? So standard banner tickets are going to be really good for you because it's going to help you to fill out your roster while you're saving your diamonds. And right now, that's kind of what I'm doing on this account. There are a lot of the game tickets in this, right? The game tickets are the standard banner tickets. The pickup tickets are the non-standard banner tickets. But you can see here, like, just in these pages that I have to do now, like, okay, 2 rewards, right? 2 of them right here. Okay, another 3 right here. That's 5. Then we got another 3 right here. That's 8. Then another 3 right here. That's 11. Plus the 2 that I'm going to be getting from this right here. Oh, actually, each time you clear a stage, I'm pretty sure these rewards down here. Yep, literally. These 2 tickets at the bottom are for each stage that I clear on that. So a solid amount of standard banner tickets for you to pick up and summon with to try and get your characters a little more built out, because on that standard banner you can pick up all the essential pieces you need. From the standard banner, I can pick up copies of Kaiju number 8. I can pick up copies of Hoshina. I can pick up copies of Mina. I can pick up copies of every character in my account right now. So the standard banner is still going to be your best friend while you're waiting to save your cubes and get ready for this Manchester to drop. But that is actually my last thing for... Damn, why is Sagan back like that, though? She really been in that arching that hoe. Anyway, that is going to be my tips and tricks for everything that you should absolutely be doing before October 31st if you are on a more JST-esque time frame. September 30th if you are more on an EST time frame, depending on wherever you are, right? Yeah, make sure you do all that stuff, guys, because all that stuff is going to be really important. And all that stuff, even if you have not done it at all and you feel like your account is struggling, maybe you were failing to realize that you had access to doing those things, and maybe that can be the... Oh, wait a minute, we're right here, chat. We can look at the shop, too, and see how many of those encounter stone things we can get. Dude, no way. Yeah, so it's 10 tickets for each banner, which honestly, yeah, let's pick that up. Oh, I can only get 8 right now because of my summons. So I need to make sure. See, look, there's stuff I need to pick up. That's the real reason I made this video, because there's things I definitely need to pick up right now before the month is over. And I'm grinding, and I'm just like, yo, since I'm cooking on this shit and I gotta get this shit, like, I'm gonna let y'all know too, so y'all can come get this shit, bro. Like, we gotta grind up on this. Free to plays, we gotta hit this shit. And I'm saying we because I have a pay to win account and a free to play account. I am both at the same time. The dead man has unlocked his cheat code. But yes, we got some more stuff to buy in here. But you can see 3 of the medals, exploit medals. There we go. 3 of the exploit medals for leveling up skills of each type. So that's very good. Only 1 of the Kaiju core material, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You can buy a multi-summon for the standard banner and the pickup gacha. Then also you can see 20 of the purple defense force manuals and 20 Kaiju might is really good. 20 of everything else down here as well. So the shop is really, or 20 of the green ones, 10 of the blue ones. But as you can see here, the shop really not bad. The shop is actually pretty damn great. Like, it gives you a lot of good stuff, man. So definitely didn't mean to harp back on the shop again, but I just realized I can show you guys what the exchanges are in the shop now. But yes, that is actually it for all of my tips on what to do before October 1st or September 30th. If you guys did enjoy the video, then go down below, leave a like on the video, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notified every single time the dead man decided to glide. Like I said, someone subscribed while I was recording this video. Y'all heard it yourself, because I'm pretty sure that part of the video is not getting cut out. So, like, hey, somebody in here already knew what the fuck was going on. They knew the dead man was cooking a video right now, and they were like, let me go ahead and subscribe because bro's cooking in the dungeon right now. I know bro's in the dungeon right now. I'm a sub because I know I'm gonna get rewarded for my sub later when he drops that video. But again, you guys can do everything that the dead man said before down below, and also comment and let me know, do you guys want a Twitter thread? I've been thinking about this so much. Do you guys want a Twitter thread, like account review type of video? Because I'd be down to do that shit. But I'm gonna let you sit with that one. The dead man does love you, and the dead man needs to go have his lunch or dinner or whatever so he can figure out what he's gonna do for the rest of the day. But y'all have an excellent day. Peace out.